Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. As Baji said, I'm just going to say a few words about that picture there, the story of me and Wunnu and the big beyond that suffered within those souls. I just want to start off by saying, when we see a picture, like, you all know these are beautifully painted. When I seen them, it took my breath away. But we need to see it for more than just a picture. We need to try and step into the scene. We need to try and picture the scene in front of us so we could try and feel the emotions that were involved. So we could try and feel the suffering that they went through. You know, some family member dies. Even if they're Siana, people say, oh, I know he died, but did he suffer? And then if they did suffer, the family members stress about that. They keep picturing the moment that they must have died and them suffering, and it haunts them in their mind. But when we hear about the Shaheeds, we just think, oh, they died. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? But we don't actually take upon what kind of things they're feeling at the time. We don't try and connect with their emotion. So some of the Sevadas, they asked me to share something that would perhaps try and make that easier for us to do. I want us to all try and imagine that we're there. Imagine that we're seeing the Bibiyan suffering like this, from the mothers doing what, to the dogs eating the body parts of their butchered babies. I want us to all try and imagine it. Imagine if you're there. Tika, so I want everyone just to look at that painting just for about 10 seconds. Just look at it, and then I'm just going to ask you if you could all close your eyes. Just take it in for like 5-10 seconds of it. Okay, now if I could all ask you to close your eyes and just imagine that you're there. And what the Sevadas asked me to share with you was a little piece that I wrote. I hope everyone could close their eyes. I would really appreciate it. They do say a picture speaks 1,000 words, so these are just some of them that I tried to put together. Once again, close your eyes and in your hearts try and single me. See if you can think upon the level of this singony that I'ma tell you about in this story that shines bright in the vision of our glory. Now I'ma take you to a cold, dark prison cell to see a woman who is suffering a living hell. She wipes her tears, leans her head against the bars, face full of beauty, but it's covered by the scars. Her bugs unraveled, her lips are cut, but looking at her gutter, she remembers what she's doing there and that her cause is true. Now the sound from her lips says Vaheguru. Yo, she remembers that she's gotta stay strong for her little baby boy who's been there all along. She takes his hand to bring him near, protects him from the cold and whispers into his ear. We gotta pray to the one with all the virtue. And yo, I promise you I won't let them hurt you. You best remember all the things that I told ya. Stand strong, you're the Guru's little soldier. Hundreds of women and their children in the same cell. They knew that this was something they would never live to tell. But then they see a face appear in the corridor. He walks down with his keys and he holds the door. They all think about who the next may be. And then he sees the woman whisper to her baby. The woman stays firm, her hands are tied. Dragged by the hair, she's taken outside. Yo, she's outside, now they've left her on the ground. She looks around while she's tortured by the sound. Cause the trick to make the kids disappear was to throw them in the air and try and catch them with a spear, and to make mothers watch as their children depart. But fear can't touch them cause their guru's in their heart. And now she knows her turn's come. A man calls and he's holding down her son. Two other men hold her arms and her legs. They can't wait to see her crumble. When she begs, but yo, she's been ready for the scene she's about to see. And yo, she knows to show no pain to the enemy. Her little boy resists, trying his best. But then she sees a knife appear through his chest. And yo, it's killing her, but still she sings Maharaj's hymns. Seeing this, yo, they're cutting off his limbs. Still not one sign of fear they detect. So they thread all the limbs and place the body around her neck. And they beat her up and then she's forced back inside, where she hopes they'll decide that they gon' kill her, but they gonna keep her living absolutely. Keep her alive and take advantage of her beauty. She's lost a boy and getting raped every day. But if you had the chance to see her, what would you say? I'm sorry for your baby, how they killed him with that knife. But I'm sorry even more because it hasn't changed my life, yo. Her only thought of being beaten to the floor was the thought of being a mother to the future sings and calls. And yo, it was the thought of being a mother to the future sings and calls. I'm just going to take 2 seconds to say a few words about a little bit more about the story and about how we should relate to it. We had the opportunity just now just to try and connect with those mothers there, our mothers there. We had the opportunity to try and think about how they were feeling. We had the opportunity to step into that photo and see them actually there in front of us and see what these men were doing to them. Those same women that endured all that, they did part while they knew that their little kids were being thrown in the air and caught on a spear. And then after that, being rewarded by these men here, being rewarded by giving them a necklace made from the body parts of their butchered children. And then even after that, the bit that hurts me the most is that after they kill their kids, they don't even let them die. They don't even bless them with death. They kept them alive. They kept them in their cells, and they just kept them as slaves and raped them. That's the worst thing, because we talk about this, like I was saying about our family member, that haunts us for life, even if they died in bed. As long as it haunts us for life, we think about that moment, what they must have been going through every single day, and it kills us inside. And yet they let our mothers live with that on their mind every single day. Every single day. And the way their kids were killed, it's not like any other banda dies nowadays. It's not like any other person dies in the world, ever in history, in humanity. So what I wanted to try and say is those Singh that went through that, like Baji said, Taru Singh is here with us now, and those will be here with us now as well. And they can hear us, they're listening to us talking about them now. So I think that we should all take this moment just in our hearts, just to ask them while they're here, because we've connected now. We made the effort to connect with what they were feeling. Just because we made that effort, I think in our hearts we should take advantage of the fact that they are here, we've got their attention, and just ask them to bless us with the same level of love for Waiguru that they had. So we can carry on, we can make that bond with Waiguru as well. And importantly, we can carry on their legacy into the future, you get me? Because that's what we got to live for. They did all that. What we have to remember is these were our mothers, these were the mothers of our religion. Without our religion, we know we ain't nothing. They went through all this just so we could be sitting here today and learn about us, learn about them, learn about what they did, learn about all the pain that they went through. So we could learn about it and use it to better ourselves as human beings. And more importantly, better ourselves as the children of the bravest warrior that ever stepped foot on this planet, Dhan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So I think just to finish up, we need to hear some Jagare for Guru Gobind Singh Ji and all his Shaheeds, man, that are here.
So